Welcome to the Her Universe headquarters, and I'm here with Stephanie Elizabeth.
Hello. Hi, guys.
I call her Steph. You can call her Stephanie. Stephanie. She does our hair and makeup for a lot of our Her Universe shoots, and most recently she did my hair and makeup for the shoot for our new Ahsoka jacket. You guys probably know me if you're watching this, but if you guys don't, I'm Ashley Eckstein from Her Universe, but I also do the voice of Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars The Clone Wars, now Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Forces of Destiny, and this jacket, our new jacket that just launched on our website this week, inspired by Ahsoka's costume from Rebels. It's a pleather jacket, and then on the inside it has the blue and white like her head tails. It also has a removable belt if you would like the belt. And so for the photo shoot, Steph did my hair like Ahsoka's head tails or her Leiku. And it's actually the second time I've done that hair. The first time I did it was for the Her Universe fashion show at San Diego Comic-Con, where behind me, let's see, oh, there it is, over here. Behind me, I have my Lego Couture dress designed and made by Nathan Sawaya and Andrew McLean. So that is over 10,000 Lego bricks. It weighs over 25 pounds. And for that fashion show, my very dear friend, Jennifer Blanchard, she did my hair like this today, like 3 braids and like Ahsoka's Leiku. And so Steph recreated it for our photo shoot, and you all have been asking for a hair tutorial, so we're gonna do that today live, and then it's also gonna be online for you to practice later. So let's, Steph, let's dive right into this because it's easy once you get the hang of it. You need a little help because you have a back braid involved, but yeah, once you practice, it is the best way to cosplay or just kind of bound as Ahsoka, because let's be honest, Leiku are really hard to make, so you can do braids instead. So Steph, what's the first step?
So I think you guys can see pretty well back here. The easiest way is to start with the back section, and you're gonna wanna tease an entire center part where you'll be attaching the blue area. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in there, and you'll wanna make sure it's secure. Then you'll wanna go ahead and separate that again.
So, and just to be clear, I went to my local wig store, or you can order them online, and I got blue extensions. So it's fake hair. They were actually really affordable. I don't remember the exact price, but I just got fake synthetic blue hair. Also, if you want to make your hair thicker, I also have some blonde extensions. I have long hair already, but in order to make the braids a little bit thicker, we use some blonde extensions as well.
And you just continue down the center.
About how many blue extensions do you put per braid?
I would say we're gonna do 10 on each side, and down the back, maybe just a few less because it's a smaller section.
Okay.
So, yeah, just a little bit more.
So you have to tease it to make it stick in, make it more firm, right?
Exactly. So these guys, you don't want to lose them, and you want to make sure that they're secure into your braid.
And then also you have to hide them. So if you're familiar with extensions, it's something you're used to, but you have to clip them in where you don't see the actual clip from the extension.
Yeah, we'll definitely conceal those.
So I will say this hairstyle, for me, I was excited to do it for the first time and realize that it kind of looked like her Leiku because, for me, that's one of the things that always stops me from kind of bounding as Ahsoka or, even cosplaying as Ahsoka is because her head tails are so hard to make. If you've tried it before or if you're an Ahsoka cosplayer, those Leiku are not easy. And I've heard several stories of how people have failed making them. And I've also seen some amazing Leiku. But if you want to skip that step, grab some extensions and braid your hair in 3 ways, and it looks pretty cool. So are you still on the extension part?
So now we're beginning the braid, And like you said, you want to conceal that inner extension. So I'm kind of just taking the outer edge and sort of just concealing it over that blue. And then as we start braiding down, you'll start to see that effect of the weave of blue and blonde.
And it does help, obviously, if you have blonde hair, to look, because Ahsoka's Leiku are like this, blue and white. So it does help if you have blonde hair, because you kind of get that blue and white effect. I've also seen fans do this same style, and they have darker hair. They've actually used spray hair color, so they've sprayed their hair white, or I've even seen it with like a light gray. Or you could also do it with darker hair. I mean, sometimes I think just instead of being right on the nose, it's cool to be inspired by. So, and just play with it, kind of make it your own. And also, if you like Hera, this would be a really cool way to do Hera's Leiku. You could just get a whole lot of green extensions. We might have to do that next. That'd be fun. Get Vanessa in here. Vanessa Marshall, the voice of Hera, who is awesome. She's one of my favorite fangirls. Hera has green Leiku, so I don't know what that hand movement was. Green Leiku, it looks like I'm grabbing two like Starbucks drinks, but that's really the symbol for Leiku, right? Okay, and then of course, if you guys have questions throughout any of this, we have our team here. We have Savannah and Winnie and Daniel and Rusty. Say hi, everyone. Hi. So we're watching your comments in the feed. So if you guys have questions, just send them through, and we'll try to answer as many as we can. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll be able to do this yourself. So, obviously I can't say anything, but how are you guys liking Rebels? The season is amazing. Obviously I can't say anything, but definitely tune into Star Wars Rebels. If you've missed this season, catch up on demand. It's on Disney XD. It's just such an amazing series. Dave Filoni and his crew, and the whole cast crew, they've just done such an amazing job on the show. So check it out. And Steph, I can feel that you're almost done with that braid, right?
We're getting there. It's looking awesome.
And what kind of braid is that?
This is a Dutch braid, so opposite from French braid. It's just outward.
So when you say outward, like on French braid, I go over, but on Dutch braid, do you braid it under?
You got it. That's it.
Okay. Got to practice on my Dutch braids.
And then I'm going to separate it out just a little bit to give it a little bit more depth and not be so tiny. So we're just going to kind of widen out that braid a bit. And you can actually manipulate the hair to where the blue shows more. So if there's a couple of spaces where it's not quite showing, you definitely can peek it out a bit.
Awesome. Now, Steph, where can...
Oh, my name is Steffi __ Steph. So, two underscores.
Yeah, Steph often shows several of the looks that she does here for photo shoots at her universe or Hot Topic or Box Lunch, and sometimes she'll give sneak peeks. So you can get sneak peeks if you follow Steph's account. Cool. Oh, wait, I can't really see, but I do have my phone here.
There you go.
I have to check out. Back. Oh, okay, not that. Oh, can anyone see that? Okay, this is live, and I had something on my phone that was top secret. Okay, let's see. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. I can also see on the back, for those that haven't seen it online, we have the fulcrum symbol embroidered on the back of the jacket. So it's a cool little detail. Obviously, if you watch Star Wars Rebels, you know that, or we tried to be undercover, that Ahsoka is fulcrum in season 1, and we tried to fool everyone for pretty much the whole season, and then Ahsoka walked down the ladder and surprised everyone at the end of season 1 in Star Wars Rebels. So this is her fulcrum symbol. It's inspired by the tattoos on her face, which tidbit, I mentioned this before, but is also inspired by San from Princess Mononoke. So if you haven't watched Princess Mononoke, definitely check it out. It's a favorite of Dave Filoni's, it's a favorite of mine, and Ahsoka was inspired by her. So it's cool to know the backstory and the inspiration behind our favorite characters and properties. So, okay, so you're starting on the side and you're putting in the extensions first?
Yes, and I would recommend a smaller section of an extension at the top because it's just a little bit smaller of a section, and you can go wider as you go down. So,
Okay.
yeah, we'll just kind of start there.
And do you put extensions in like all the way down the head, or do you mostly put them at the top?
Yes, so all the way down the center, and that will hopefully conceal them. And if not, we can always use some pins at the end where we can give it more of that lifted effect and get you our Ahsoka look. I think that we're getting there.
Yeah, it depends if you're doing Clone Wars Ahsoka, or Forces of Destiny Ahsoka, or Star Wars Rebels Ahsoka, because obviously Ahsoka grows up in Star Wars Rebels, and her Leiku get a lot longer. So in Clone Wars, when she's first introduced in seasons, I think 1, 2, and 3, right? She doesn't get her new costume until the end of 3, I think, right? Okay. So in seasons 1, 2, and 3, her Leiku are a lot shorter. That's when I believe she's 14. And then towards the end of the series, she's around 16 and her Leiku get longer. And then in Star Wars Rebels, she's in her early 30s, I believe. So then they're a lot longer in Rebels. So that's what we're doing today is the Star Wars Rebels Leiku.
We have a question from Ron.
Okay.
He wants to know if he gets one of the jackets for a guy who regularly wears a small, what size should he get? And he also notices that the arm length looks a little long.
Oh yeah, great questions. So, and it's Ron? Okay, hi Ron, thanks for watching. Guys can definitely wear this jacket. I mean, disclaimer, it was, designed, we have fit forms, which are like mannequin forms, kind of like what my dress is on. So we do design it and fit it on a female form. However, our jackets have more of a unisex fit, so guys can definitely wear this jacket. Just note it is a crop. I mean, it goes down to my waist, but it's not a long jacket, so just keep that in mind. But I am suggesting guys definitely go up at least one size. So if you're a small in men's, you would be a medium in our jacket. However, I would say the medium may be a bit fitted. So if you don't want your jacket fitted, I would probably go up 2 sizes. So it just depends. If you want it to fit more like a crop moto, then I would say you probably are okay with a medium. But if you want to be on the safe side, I would go with a large. And then in terms of the sleeves, I just have short arms, so I think it depends on your body. Our sleeves, we design our clothes so you don't always have to go to the tailor. We try to make them where they're wearable for all different body types. So for me, since I have shorter arms, they're a little bit long, but if your arms are longer, it should be the perfect length, especially if fans are taller. We want to make sure the sleeves are long enough. The other thing, and I want to hold on for a second, because Steph, I feel like you're doing an important part.
Yeah, we're just kind of brushing your hair in an upward direction, so it gives it more of that lifted effect on both sides.
And that's because Ahsoka's Leiku come up in 2 points, like on each side, so we're trying to give it that height. So going back to the sizing for the jacket, one thing I did address earlier this week is that this jacket does come in sizes extra small through 3X. We did design this in plus size, and I'll be honest, it's kept me up at night this week. I thought that it was being made in plus size. And what happened was, and I'm gonna give a little bit of business talk right now, in order to get these made at factories, you have to make a certain amount. So you have to meet what we call a minimum order quantity. And if you can't make that many jackets or that many of a single item, then the factory won't make it. Because from a business standpoint, you have to give them a big enough order for them to work on it. So since this jacket was exclusive to her universe, and you know we're growing, and thanks to your support we're growing, we can't always meet the very large minimum order quantities of certain items. And so unfortunately, and I found out after the fact, that they said that they couldn't make the plus size because we couldn't meet the minimum order quantity. That is something that we're working on. That is something that we're fixing. And one thing to note on why they said that, and this is important on just plus sizes in general, we don't just size up an item. So we don't take this same jacket in a small and size it up to a plus size, 2 or 3. Plus sizes, we have a completely different spec. We have the most incredible product development team here. We have an amazing fit team, an amazing design team, an amazing sourcing team, and they care so deeply about getting our fit right. And so a plus size item is looked at as a completely different item to make sure that the fit is perfect. So that's why the factory treated the plus size jacket as a different item. So that being said, I will look into getting this jacket made in plus size. I just want the plus size customers to know that it is very, very, very important to all of us that we make all of our designs in all sizes. It's something we strive for. It's not something we've been able to do for everything yet, but it's something we're working on. And so we're already, we realized how and why this happened, and we're working to fix it. So I sincerely apologize that it wasn't available. Trust me, I was just as upset as you were. And like I said, it was my mistake that we didn't realize it, but we're fixing it moving forward. And thank you for your understanding and support. But I will tell you, there's more Ahsoka merchandise coming. There's more Clone Wars merchandise coming. Lots more coming. So you won't be disappointed this year. We're working on it all now.
Michaela wants to know if the jacket has pockets, and if so, where are the pockets?
Oh, good question. It does. It has, so these zippers are actual pockets. They're not just what we call vanity zippers that lead to nowhere. These are actual pockets. They're not that deep though, so they're perfect for like an ID or a credit card or for some money or a student ID, but they won't fit your phone, especially if you have like the mother of all huge phones like I do. It won't fit my phone, but you have 2 pockets on each side, and that's it on this jacket because it was kind of a moto crop. We don't have a ton of pockets in this one. Usually we'll put inside pockets, but we felt that the custom lining was a better fit than inside pockets. So okay, Steph, what are you working on now?
We're just getting that lift at the top, which I'll probably throw a couple of pins in there just to make it a little bit more dramatic. But yeah, it's looking good. We're seeing the pops of blue, and that should weave down nicely. So.
And parents to young kids, this is actually where I got the idea, and I wish I knew her name. If she's watching or if her parents are watching, please say something. I actually tried to find her. It's a little girl from San Diego Comic-Con, and I took a picture with her several years ago, and she was dressed as Ahsoka, and she had long hair, and so her parents, they did her hair this way in 3 braids, and that's actually where I got the idea. So I can absolutely not take this idea. This was something I saw from fans, and she just looked so perfect as a little Ahsoka with her 3 braids that I decided to try it myself.
Samantha wants to know if you have any thoughts on a line for girls.
Ooh, Samantha, you might be kind of timely. Stay tuned. We have some very exciting announcements coming soon, actually. Maybe towards the end of this month. So it's always been very important to me. Obviously, we've done some designs for girls already in the past, but I wanted to even improve upon what we've done because mostly it's been t-shirts, and so I wanted to do more fashion for girls. So stay tuned. We have some exciting announcements very soon. Okay, so for those watching, do they have a favorite Ahsoka moment? Whether it be from Clone Wars or Rebels or Forces of Destiny. If you're not watching Forces of Destiny, you definitely should, especially if you have a young fan. It's such an amazing show. They're shorts, they're on YouTube. Occasionally they air them on Disney Channel, but you can go to YouTube right now and check out the Forces of Destiny shorts.
Michaela wants to know if you'll ever do a Rey Hair tutorial.
Ooh, yeah, let's do it. Obviously, I've done the Rey Hair, I've done the Rey buns several times. I love them. I actually, I did them. I went to an event right before Force Awakens. It was called the Force for Fashion. It was in New York City. It was a big kind of like the cast of, Star Wars Force Awakens was there. It was like a big press event. And I wore the Rey buns. And at the time, the movie hadn't come out, so no one really knew what it was. They just thought I was wearing some crazy hairstyle. But Daisy Ridley walked right past me, and she said, "I like your hair." Notice I didn't do the accent because I can't sound as cool as she does. But she made a comment to me. She's like, "I like your hair." And I couldn't believe it. I was literally like, oh my gosh, Rey just told me she likes my Rey hair. It was the coolest thing. So, and she actually said, I said, "Thanks." If I can remember, I said, "Thanks, it's yours." And she said, "Well, no, I didn't create it, but I like it." And so I thought that was really cool. I love the Rey hairstyle. I actually have a funny story about the Rey buns. They actually saved me from probably great injury recently. I was at the screening for The Last Jedi, and it was at the El Capitan Theater here in Hollywood. They were having a friends and family screening, and so I decided, and I didn't know, so I don't want to give a spoiler right now if you haven't seen it, but I I was wearing my Kylo Ren sweater, and I didn't want to go completely dark side. I wanted to have a mix of dark side and light side, so I was wearing Kylo fashion, but I did Rey buns in my hair. And I was literally in the back row of the El Capitan Theater, straight up the second deck, several steps up. And I was walking down to get popcorn, and my heel got stuck on the step. And I fell down in front of everyone 5 stairs, like somersault down the stairs. It was bad. It was probably one of the worst falls I've ever had. I got quite bruised up actually, but I fell at the bottom, flat on my head, the back of my head, and the Rey buns broke my fall. So thank goodness I had the Rey buns in my hair, because had I not, I could have busted my head open. It was that bad. Yeah, I don't know if that story is as funny to you guys as it was to me, but I thank the hairstylist who created the Rey buns because they saved me from injury.
A lot of people are saying their favorite Ahsoka moment is the season finale from Rebels Season 2.
Oh.
But Kyle wants to know, what were your thoughts on The Last Jedi?
Ooh. Well, Kyle, I'm only hesitant because I'm scared of people watching this that haven't seen it yet. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, why haven't they seen it yet? But Steph hasn't seen it yet. So she was traveling over the holidays and didn't get a chance to see it yet. So I don't want to say too much, and especially if there's other people on here that haven't seen it. I will say overall I loved it. I thought it was a great film. I have several questions, as I think many of all of you have. many of all of you, I can't talk, as several of you have, but just kind of why, like why did this happen? Why did that happen? So that's a thing I would love. I might corner Pablo Hidalgo next time I'm at Lucasfilm and have my list of questions ready. But overall, I loved it. I'm trying to think of non-spoilery things. I loved the porgs. Did you guys like the porgs? Because I kind of felt like, I was nervous about the porgs ahead of time. Were we gonna love them? Were we gonna hate them? I felt they lived up to my hope. And Steph, I feel like you are doing something here, so I want to make sure we follow the steps. So what are we doing now?
Just pretty much solidifying this side with a couple of pins, and we're ready to go on to the other side. And
awesome. So when you say solidifying, you kind of like loosen the braid a little bit, right?
Loosen the braid, give it more of that shape. So you have this arch up here, and yeah, we're getting it.
And are you doing like the point at the top, like with like teasing, and like how many pins did you use?
Maybe about 5.
Oh, okay.
But they'll know for sure. So just a few, just to make sure it stays. And
McKenna said porgs are awesome, but she wants a pet Vulptex.
Is a Vulptex, are those the crystal critters?
Yeah.
Oh, you just taught me something. I was so bummed. I liked the name Arctic Foxes. And then when they said crystal critters, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound as cool as an Arctic fox. So they're called
Vulptex.
Vulptex.
A pack of them, I think, is Vulptices.
Vulptices, cool. Would you guys like that on a t-shirt? Because we might be designing a t-shirt with them on it. Let me check. Oh, that looks really cool, Steph. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll get a selfie. Half done. Cool. But yeah, Last Jedi. Okay, so I love the porgs. I love Rose. First of all, I love Kelly Marie Tran. If you guys aren't following her on Instagram, go follow her now because she's so awesome. She definitely is such a, welcomed and amazing member to the Star Wars family. But I love her character, Rose Tico. I think she was a really cool character. I'm looking forward to finding more out about Rose. And did you have another question?
A lot of people are saying they want a Vulptex shirt.
Oh, good.
Someone wants to know if you would be interested in doing, Hannah would like to know if you'd be interested in doing a Mandalorian line for Mando cosplayers.
Ooh, Mandalorian line for Mando cosplayers. Well, I definitely feel like we haven't done enough Mandalorian designs. I mean, obviously with Sabine, how awesome she is, and like Bo-Katan, like how awesome Bo-Katan is. I just feel like Mandalorians are, they could always use more love, just in terms of product, because there's not always a ton of product. Going back to Forces of Destiny, Sabine has a really cool Forces of Destiny adventure doll, so check out that doll. And also, just side note, Ahsoka's Forces of Destiny doll, I don't know for sure, but I heard it's coming out in February. So check out, I think it's Target or maybe even the Disney stores in February, because she's coming soon. And she comes with a purple Loth cat. It's awesome. But yeah, I think that's, thank you for the comment, Hannah. We're designing more now, so I think we could put in a Mandalorian design. I'll look into that. Do you have another question?
Victoria said, what about Ursa Wren, Sabine's mom?
Ooh, that's a good question. Without saying too much, which I already am, we're working on some Clone Wars stuff right now. So maybe after Clone Wars we will focus on something for Rebels. But I will keep that in mind.
Lux is asking where you can get the blue extensions.
Oh, okay. Lux is that Lux like Ahsoka's Lux?
Lux Fonteri almost.
Ooh. Which, by the way, I was never an Ahsoka and Lux shipper. I was happy when that was over. I didn't think he was a good influence on Ahsoka. She didn't have time for him. So I know there's some serious Ahsoka and Lux shippers as well, but I don't know. I don't really care to see the storylines with Ahsoka and a boyfriend. I think she has more things to do, like lead the rebellion. But yeah. So the question. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Oh, the blue extensions. Sorry, blue extensions. So I just went to my local wig shop. You can also get them online. If you search just blue hair extensions, they come up. Because they're synthetic hair, they are pretty affordable. If you get real hair, that's when the extensions get really expensive. Real hair extensions can cost a couple $100s. So, but for the blue hair, you do not need to get real hair. Steph, it is important for them to know, though, right, that they can't like put a straightener or curl the fake hair.
Exactly. No heat.
Yeah, they will burn, and it will not smell pretty. But yeah, just you could probably get them on Amazon. But check out your local wig shop. That's where I got mine, and it was an easy find.
So Ron says that he wants a loaf cat shirt.
Ooh.
Anne says she wants more Star Wars Rebels designs, and Alicia wants to know who your favorite Star Wars character is.
Ooh, okay. Well, I love the suggestions. I always, we listen to all of your suggestions. Honestly, like so many of our designs have come directly from you guys. So thank you so much, and keep them coming. And then, oh my gosh, I just forgot the third question. Oh, who's my favorite Star Wars character? Sorry. I've been pretty outspoken about this over the past couple years. I love R2-D2. I mean, I've loved R2 ever since I was a toddler. I mean, when I would play Star Wars, instead of wanting to be Princess Leia, I wanted to be R2-D2. I was a funny little kid. But I love R2. He's definitely my favorite. But obviously Ahsoka has a soft spot in my heart.
Clea wants to know, what is your favorite Anakin and Ahsoka moment?
Ooh. My favorite Anakin and Ahsoka moment. Well, the most heartbreaking is the season 5 finale. That's the part I know. That I cannot watch that scene without crying. That one gets me every time, still to this day. I do think the finale of season 2 of Rebels, where the fight scene and where she slashes his helmet and you can see Anakin underneath there, that also gives me chills. But some of my favorite moments are actually in Clone Wars. I think it was the season finale of season 3, I think. Is that the season finale of season 3? Isn't that where Ahsoka gets kidnapped and that's where she meets Chewbacca? Yeah, okay. I love that because, Anakin feels so guilty, for what happened. And, Ahsoka says it's because of what you taught me that I was able to save myself and get out of that. And those moments, I think that, where you really get to see their relationship and how close they are, those are special moments for me. Those are like their bonding moments. And Anakin and Ahsoka are truly family. I mean, they really love each other like brother and sister. So I love those moments.
Kendra wants to know if you have any more pinup-inspired designs coming soon.
Ooh, pinup-inspired designs. Let me think. We have... Well, yes, I take that back. We're doing a lot more for the dress shop at Disney Parks, but it's also available on Shop Disney. So if you haven't checked out the dress shop yet, you must check it out, especially if you love pinup-inspired designs. We have a couple there right now. We have 2 Haunted Mansion dresses. One of them is definitely like a pinup style design. And then we have some Alice in Wonderland designs that I wouldn't say they're pinup, but they're definitely vintage and retro inspired. But we have more coming. We have some amazing dresses inspired by the lands. We have a Main Street USA dress coming, another Haunted Mansion design coming. We have these really cute kind of castle boleros coming. We have a Fantasyland dress coming, which is definitely pinup inspired. So check out the dress shop. We're gonna have a constant stream of designs coming, and I think you'll really like it. Yes, dress shop dress shop designs are also available on Shop Disney. We also have our own Her Universe shop on Shop Disney. So if you go to Shop Disney, type in Her Universe. You can also type in dress shop and see some of the other amazing designs they have. But go check out our shop. You'll see some really cool photos. You'll see some fun behind the scenes videos and interviews. It really is a dream come true to have a Her Universe shop on Shop Disney. It's always been one of my favorite shops.
Dorothy wants to know if you have any plans for a maternity or baby line?
Maternity or baby line? We don't have any plans right now. It doesn't mean that we won't in the near future. We're starting to do a lot more work with Box Lunch. I'm a huge fan of Box Lunch. You know, their motto is get some and give back. And for every $10 you spend, it donates a meal to your local food shelter. So, to your local food bank. So for every $10 you spend, it donates a meal to your local food bank. And so we're starting to do a lot of work with them. And they have some amazing baby stuff and some maternity stuff. They have some Disney diaper bags, which are awesome, a lot of onesies. So hopefully we'll do more stuff with Box Lunch, and that may include baby and maternity. So Steph, where are we at?
We're looking really good. We're just separating the side again, and then 5 more pins.
So it sounds so silly, but I remember when I was first, when I tried separating a braid myself, I was so nervous, I was gonna mess it up. But do you literally just kind of pull it out?
Yeah, and there's really no wrong way to do it. If you leave a little extra down here, it gives you a little bit more room to kind of wiggle with. So yeah, I would just suggest leaving a little extra length. And then you can separate that and see those pops of blue.
Ooh, let's check it out. Okay. Ooh, I love it. Cool. So, are you pinning them up right now, or are you pinning them back?
Just a kind of diagonal, just upward. So giving it that kind of shape there.
Okay, so I have dinner tonight. I'm actually meeting Ashley Taylor for dinner. Ashley does a lot of our art for the dress shop. Do you think I should go to dinner with the Ahsoka braids in? Should I go out like this tonight? Normally I wouldn't do it, but I mean, I'm in my Ahsoka jacket with my Ahsoka shirt. Maybe I will. Why not?
Jordan wants to know if you'd be interested in going to other Comic Cons around the world.
Yes. Hi, Jordan. Where is Jordan from?
Not sure.
Okay. Well, I would love to. I love traveling around the world. It's something I haven't been able to do a lot because running Her Universe, I usually don't get a lot of time off. But as you've seen, I have been able to go to Japan to visit Studio Ghibli, and I'd love to go to a convention there if ever possible. I've been to Celebration London, but it is a goal of mine to, and I went to Celebration in Germany, so it is a goal of mine to go around the world more. So it's something I will definitely try to do more of.
The vote is to wear the braids to dinner.
Okay, I will, cool. Well, for the fans in Europe, I'm super excited. We announced earlier this year, or not this year, but last year, that our designs are now available at EMP. So check out EMP. It's a retailer in Europe, and we have several of our designs on there. Like now, we have pretty much our whole Star Wars collection from The Last Jedi is up there. We carried our Wonder Woman collection. We carried Our Loki collection is available there. So, and our Doctor Who collection. So definitely check out EMP for our European fans. I am definitely trying to expand into other countries like Asia and in Australia. So, because I know a lot of fans from Japan have asked if we'll be able to sell our merchandise over there or in Australia. So I'm working on it. Not yet, but we're working on it.
Emily wants to know what your favorite Ahsoka quote is.
Ooh, my favorite Ahsoka quote. The one I've been using a lot lately, which probably, has become my favorite because to me, it's so meaningful and it means so much more than even just what she means in the show. But it's a new day, it's a new beginning. She says that to Ezra and the Rebels when she comes down the ladder. And I just use that at the beginning of this year because I'm actually calling the year of 2018 the year of making dreams come true. There's a lot of exciting things that we're working on that you'll find out about soon, but it's literally all about making your dreams come true. And I feel like several of my dreams have been coming true through her universe, and anything is possible. And I know I may sound like a cheese ball, but it's true. If you can dream it, you can do it. And so this is the year where I hope everyone will identify one of your dreams and let's make it come true. Let's dream it and do it. So what is your dream? Because I posted this on Instagram, but I hope you will identify at least one of your dreams or several of your dreams. And the first step is I just encourage everyone to say them out loud. Say them out loud to yourself, or maybe say them out loud to a family member or a friend, because the reason you do that is the second you say it out loud, it automatically becomes real. It becomes like a real thing that it's tangible. You've put it out in the universe. So take the first step, just try it. It's the beginning of a new year, it's a new day, it's a new beginning. It's the year of making dreams come true. So identify at least one of your dreams or a couple of your dreams and say it out loud. So there'll be lots more about making dreams come true throughout the year. And Steph has made my Ahsoka hair dreams come true with this amazing style.
I'm going to grab some scissors really fast.
Oh, okay.
I just want to
balance
that out.
She's grabbing scissors because all the extensions are different lengths. So you may find that you end up with something like this, where it's a little bit longer. So you will have to trim it.
Ashley wants to know if there's any more Padme stuff coming up.
We are definitely working on a Padme design. Yes, and fashion. So not even just a t-shirt, but an actual Padme fashion design, which I'm so excited about. We're designing it right now, so stay tuned. But yes, definitely working on Padme.
Kyle wants to know if you keep in touch with Matt Lanner and James Arnold.
I do. I keep in touch with the cast. We do not get to see each other as often as we would like, but thanks to Forces of Destiny, for example, I've gotten to record with Matt Lanter and Kat Tabor a couple of times, and James Arnold Taylor, hopefully I will get to do his Clone Wars conversations sometime soon. We've actually been trying to schedule that for the past couple months. So I just love my Clone Wars cast. They truly are family. We're all family to each other. And that was such a special time. So we all keep in touch. And Matt Lanter just had a baby girl. Congratulations, Matt Lanter and his wife, Angela. They just had a little baby girl, and she's gorgeous. And I feel like a proud Aunt Ahsoka.
Aaron wants to know, what's the process from taking a design from an idea to the final product? How long does it take?
Oh, that's a great question. To take a design from an idea to a final project, for example, we started working on a new collection in December, and it is coming out in July. So generally, it takes anywhere between 6 to 9 months. Sometimes longer. We work a bit faster than some other stores. Kohl's, for example, when we do a collection there, it's pretty much 9 months. Disney Store, for some things with them, sometimes it's a year in advance that we start working on it. But I would say no less than 6 months. Sometimes we can make t-shirts faster if we design a t-shirt, because those are just screen printed. But if it's fashion, if you have to cut it and sew it and design it from scratch, usually at a very minimum, it takes 6 months, but usually 6 to 9. So it takes a long time. So all the stuff I've been that's about to come out, I've been working on for a very long time.
Casey wants to know what your favorite Disney park is.
Ooh, my favorite Disney park. If you know me, you know I'm obsessed with Disney parks. I grew up Disney. Epcot has always been my favorite. I know that may not be like the most exciting answer, but I love the countries. I love walking around the World Showcase. It's you know, you feel like you're going around the world, and I like to make an experience of it. I like to try different candy in each country. I have a big sweet tooth, so I usually try different desserts or candy in each country. But they're all special to me. Hollywood Studios is probably what I call my park, because I was a Disney cast member. When I was in high school, I used to be a dancer in the parades. So, and I did that at Hollywood Studios. And then obviously Star Wars Weekends was at Hollywood Studios. So I kind of call that my park, but obviously you can't replace Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. Those are really, really special to me. So Steph, how are we looking?
Looking awesome. I think we're about there. You want to check it out?
Yeah,
Awesome.
let me check it out. Do a selfie. Oh, I love it. It looks so good. And it has a dress in the back. Okay, get in, Steph. Ready, set. Cool. Okay, so as you see, it doesn't take too long. You know, this takes practice. Obviously, they're going to have to practice. It's easier if you have help. Obviously, I haven't done this hairstyle by myself yet. I've always done it with Steph or my friend Jen. So find a family member, find a friend. You probably can do at least these 2 side ones by yourself, but I think you're definitely going to need help for the back braid. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm hooked to a microphone. Oh, but I can stand up. Okay.
There you go.
So can you see it? Is that a good shot of the back?
So it's just kind of V'd off right here.
Take a step forward.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you start out with 3 ponytails. So you have a ponytail in the back, ponytail on the side, and then you braid all 3. So cool. So if you're looking for an Ahsoka bound, you can get our Ahsoka jacket. You know how to do the Ahsoka hair. Or you can get an Ahsoka costume, and instead of the Leiku, just do your hair this way. So thank you guys for tuning in to our Ahsoka hair tutorial. Thank you, Stephanie Elizabeth, for doing my hair today. And you can follow Steph at
Steffi__Steph.
and then follow at her universe. So thank you, you guys. May the force be with you.